All right, success, no more rattle. Just to give you guys some quick insight, I'm going to go ahead and put a video out on installing the rear seat belts, which you see going on here. That video is going to have all the information you need, and I'm going to put it in the upper right corner. It's going to have all the information you need to take apart your entire interior, because those C-pillars need to come out, and those C-pillars are connected to there, which is connected to there, and taking the seats out, which is a 10-minute job, makes this all easier. Apologize about the shaky cam, but it is raining out like crazy and it's a little difficult to do the work outside. So here's what we got. We've got a rattling rear deck, and when the bass notes hit, I can hear, if I turn it up loud enough, I can hear a little farting sound. So what I want to do is, basically what I did was I took all this out, and there's going to be a video on that, but unfortunately you have to remove the C-pillars, the side trim, the rear seats, that's the other trim piece, everything. So but you do have to take all this out just to be able to seriously just kind of pop this out with 2 Christmas tree clips right here and slide it forward. What I'm going to do is I want to put a little bit of extra. So I got this is like the Frost King stick-on weather insulation. I'm going to put it here and here. I'm going to make it a little bigger. I think maybe I'll put it next to it just so it's not too tall. And the goal is to push this up against the back window so it's not rattling, it's nice and tight. In addition, I think I'm going to put a little bit here on the edges of the speaker, just like they did with the subwoofer. Let me move this out of the way. Just like they did with the subwoofer. This way there's no vibration happening just from the speakers themselves. And hopefully with all that installed, and maybe a couple like along this ridge here, with all that installed, it'll stop the rattle. Because, you know, after testing it with the rear deck off, the sound system sounds great. So I guess it's just the deck that's making the rattling sound. So let me do that, and then I'll bring it back and show you what I'm talking about.
A few moments later.
As you can see, I went a little overboard, but you know what? I don't ever want to take this apart again. And once you get it back together, again, you have to take all of this stuff out to get back to the rear deck again. So I'm going to do it up really good. So as you can see, these pieces are taller than the original. So we're talking about that guy right there. They're taller than the original foam that was in there, but they compress a good deal so you can get it down to this size. And my hopes is what it's going to do is it's going to push up on the back deck so much that the rear area is going to come in contact with the window. So it's going to push it up against the window so it won't rattle. And then, you know, this piece is going to hold it down tight. This is on top of carpet, so this shouldn't rattle at all. And then give me a little separation from all the speakers, just give me a little extra boost. A couple of things you want to make sure when you put this down. Okay, so this is the seatbelt area, and the seatbelt has an open roller here. So if you put something here, it's going to catch the seatbelt and slow it down. So what I'm going to do is I have this piece here. There's a metal frame around the seatbelt, so I'm going to put that on top of the seatbelt metal frame like this, just to give me a little cushion over there. And just make sure your speakers, you're not pushing in on the speakers. So as you put this down, eyeball these and make sure that you're not pushing down in the middle of the speaker, because that will impede the speaker's operation. The subwoofer itself has a hard cover on it, but the side right and left speakers have a soft cover. So you want to make sure you're to the outside. You just want to touch the frame. You do not want to touch that soft cover. Otherwise you're going to interfere with the speaker itself. And of course further worsening your sound. So as you can see, there is a lift over here, so I didn't bother putting one. I figured this would cover it. These here in between the original ones to push it up against the back window, and then everything around the speakers. And then I threw a couple ones in the middle here and here just to kind of give it a little extra overview. And let's hope for the best. And yes, I am using bicycles as a workbench because my sawhorses are out in that mess. So yeah, wish me luck, bros. What's going on? So I forgot we're gonna put this on YouTube, so we got to switch over to some copyright free music so we can enjoy that. Let's go over to YouTube, go to some Giraffe Squad. about that. You gotta see this. I don't know if you can catch it from the video, but you can see the back deck bouncing. You can see this bouncing up and down, yet it's still perfect. Here, let me bring you in for a close-up. All right, success, no more rattle. Just to give you guys some quick insight, I'm going to go ahead and put a video out on installing the rear seat belts, which you see going on here. That video is going to have all the information you need, and I'm going to put it in the upper right corner. It's going to have all the information you need to take apart your entire interior, because those C-pillars need to come out, and those C-pillars are connected to there, which is connected to there, and taking the seats out, which is a 10-minute job, makes this all easier. To get this rear deck out, you're looking at approximately 2 hours worth of work to get to this point, and that's if you are kind of a moderate tool user. If you're a really experienced tool user, you're looking at an hour to tear this whole interior apart. And you can watch my video on it to see if you really want to tackle this just to stop your rattle. But holy crap, it completely stopped. Like when I would turn a song on with bass like that, it sounded like I had a blown speaker. It was horrible. And now it's beautiful. I'm so happy we did this. Rear deck rattle solved with approximately 2.5 to 3 hours worth of work, taking apart your entire rear interior, easily sliding out your rear deck, putting weather stripping in it for, I think it cost me like 10 bucks at the most, $5, and then putting it back on, and you are good to go. Any questions, drop a comment below. If this video helped you out in any way, please gently press that like button. If you're stopping by for the first time, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.